What if I told you that the icy coldness freezing your toes even in the dead of summer, the deep, heavy, throbbing ache crawling up your calf muscles after walking only half a block, or that fluid swelling that turns your ankles into thick, unyielding tree trunks by 7 p.m. every single evening, has absolutely nothing to do with your legs simply becoming naturally worn out, old, or structurally destroyed by chronological time. Instead, what if the true, clinically proven medical reality behind your failing lower body circulation is caused by a silent biological logjam, a severe state of endothelial shutdown, where your aging blood vessels have literally forgotten how to produce the single master molecule required to expand their internal walls and allow oxygen-rich blood to rush past your knees? For millions of older adults over the age of 70, watching their independent mobility slowly slip away due to declining lower body circulation is one of the most agonizing, restrictive, and isolating phases of growing older. It almost always begins with small, subtle warning signs that you easily brush off as basic fatigue. You are walking through a grocery store, and you suddenly feel a tight, cramping, vice-like squeeze locking up your calves. You are forced to stop completely, pretend to look at an item on a shelf, and wait for the deep ache to slowly dissipate before you can take another step. A few months later, you notice that minor scratches or skin irritations on your lower shins take weeks or even months to heal, leaving behind dark, permanent discolored marks on your skin. Your immediate instinct is to seek conventional relief. You visit a clinic, mention your heavy cold legs, and you are frequently given a prescription for traditional compression socks, told to elevate your feet on 3 pillows every afternoon, or handed a baseline pharmaceutical blood thinner or water pill. While these interventions are designed to manage the surface fluids, you quickly uncover a deeply frustrating reality. Your legs continue to feel like heavy blocks of lead. The sudden nighttime foot cramps keep shocking you out of deep sleep, and you find yourself constantly looking at your grandchildren playing in the yard while you remain trapped in your living room chair, terrified that your legs simply won't support your body weight if you stand up too long. But as a physician specializing in restorative medicine and systemic vascular longevity, I am standing here today to completely shatter that defeatist medical narrative with absolute, unassailable biological evidence. Your lower body circulatory network is not a decaying, rusty pipeline destined to close off permanently the moment you celebrate a specific birthday milestone. Your blood vessels possess an extraordinary, lifelong capacity to heal, adapt, and dramatically increase their internal volume through a process known as targeted vasodilation. If your legs are cold and starving, it is not because they are fundamentally dead. It is because your internal vascular grid is trapped in an emergency state of biological suffocation. Every single tissue block running from your hips down to your toe tips relies on an intricate 60,000-mile highway system of arteries. To keep blood tracking smoothly against the relentless downward pull of gravity, the microscopic inner lining of these highways, the endothelium, must continuously produce a short-lived, miraculous signaling gas that is the absolute holy grail of cardiovascular survival: nitric oxide. But decades of prolonged sitting, cellular sugar crystallization, and standard dietary imbalances have effectively turned those natural gas factories completely dark, leaving your leg arteries locked in a permanent, tight state of absolute structural spasm and constriction. Today, in this comprehensive, unified medical masterclass, we are going to completely tear down the traditional walls of senior vascular care. We are going to isolate the exact mechanical and chemical bottlenecks that choke your lower body infrastructure, examine the underlying fluid dynamics, and put a doctor-approved nutritional protocol into immediate action. I am going to reveal the exact clinical blueprint of how your body's cellular sodium-potassium pumps regulate fluid volume, and expose the single most powerful, organic, drinkable compound you can introduce to your morning routine to instantly dissolve the sticky vascular crust, flood your starving lower extremities with a massive, pressurized surge of oxygen-rich circulation, and restore the absolute physical freedom and walking confidence you rightfully deserve. Before we uncover the profound biochemical mechanics of this master blood flow drink, if you want to shield your physical independence, eliminate lower leg fluid stagnation, and secure your long-term mobility, please click that subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another senior health masterclass here on the Dr. Robert channel. To truly understand how a single morning drink can increase lower body blood flow faster and more effectively than heavy compression garments, we must first analyze the exact trajectory of vascular constriction that takes place under the surface of an aging frame past age 70. If you are completely ready to break the cycle of lower leg heaviness, reactivate your sleeping blood vessels, and lock in absolute circulatory vitality with me today, please type 1 in the comment section right now. If not, drop a 0 so I can learn exactly how to optimize these deep clinical masterclasses for your specific lifestyle goals. Let's look past the surface of your skin and examine the raw physics of your blood vessels. When your heart pumps, it ejects blood into the massive highway of the abdominal aorta, which quickly splits into the iliac and femoral arteries running straight down through your groin and thighs. In a youthful state, these major pathways are incredibly elastic. They smoothly widen to accept the blood wave, and then gently snap back to propel the circulation all the way down into the finest capillary loops, supplying your toes, skin cells, and peripheral nerves. However, as we step past age 70, standard modern lifestyle patterns place our lower body circulation into what advanced cardiology refers to as the gravity trap of silent stagnation. It begins with the hours we spend sitting completely motionless inside deep living room recliners or reading chairs. The moment you sit with your hips and knees bent at continuous 90-degree angles, you are physically kinking these massive vascular highways like a rubber garden hose. This mechanical kinking instantly drops the velocity of your circulation to a sluggish crawl. Because your large calf and thigh muscles are completely flaccid and silent, your body's built-in muscular hydraulic pumps go completely offline, allowing unoxygenated fluid to accumulate heavily inside your lower ankles. This pooling fluid creates a massive backward hydrostatic pressure wave that tracks straight up your vascular lines. At the exact same time, a parallel chemical disaster is taking place inside the vessel walls due to a process called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. When you consume refined carbohydrates or hidden processed sugars, glucose floats freely through your bloodstream and binds permanently to the flexible proteins lining your inner arteries. Think of it exactly like pouring hot, sticky caramel syrup down into the internal components of a luxury Swiss watch. The caramel cools, turns into a hard, sticky crust, and completely paralyzes the tiny gears. This sticky sugar crust completely blinds your endothelial cells, forcing them to stop producing nitric oxide. Your vessels stay narrow, clamped down, and unyielding. Your heart is now forced to pump blood into a locked, non-elastic prison, resulting in that agonizing calf pain, cold skin, and tissue starvation. Swallowing an aggressive chemical pill to force your heart to beat weaker without clearing this cellular caramel crust and unkinking the pathways is a dangerous biological mismatch. To truly restore lower body blood flow, we must utilize a strategic biochemical intervention. We must consume highly specific, organic plant complexes that function as direct cellular keys to dissolve the glycation crust, stimulate an immediate surge of natural nitric oxide, and activate our cellular sodium-potassium pumps to clear excess pressure through the kidneys. We have exposed the structural enemies, the mechanical gravity trap kinking your major femoral lines, and the sticky molecular sugar crust paralyzing your endothelial cells. While we prepare our master drink recipe, we must first put our physical framework into immediate mechanical alignment, right here in the room. Many older adults assume that if they want to improve lower body circulation, they must engage in high-impact exercises that damage their sensitive joints. But in advanced restorative medicine, we understand that forcing a starving circulatory network to run under heavy weight-bearing load before unlocking the pathways is an immense clinical error. Today, I am going to reveal our highly strategic, low-impact, 5-move at-home mechanical realignment protocol. These targeted movements are specifically engineered to bypass joint strain entirely and activate the massive muscular hydraulic pumps embedded deep within your lower limbs to prep your vessels for our biochemical flush. All you need is a firm kitchen chair, a clear wall, and less than 10 minutes of daily attention. Let us break down these 5 corrective movements with absolute clinical precision. Movement 1. The seated soleus hydraulic second heart pump. This is our primary weapon to eliminate lower leg fluid stagnation and instantly activate the deepest circulatory engine in your lower limbs. The soleus muscle, located deep beneath your main calf muscle, contains a massive web of dense venous reservoirs that modern cardiology refers to as the second heart of the human body. Sit completely tall, right at the front edge of your firm kitchen chair. Do not lean your spine back against the comfortable cushioning. Hold your head high, roll your shoulders back, and pull your shoulder blades together to align your posture. Place your feet flat on the floor directly beneath your knees, keeping them perfectly hip-width apart and pointing straight ahead. Keeping the balls of your feet and all 10 of your toes completely glued flat to the ground. Slowly and intentionally drive down through your midfoot to elevate both of your heels high into the air. Raise them up until you feel a deep, tight contraction, locking along the lower half of your calves. Hold this peak contraction for 2 full seconds. Now, lower your heels back down over a 2-second count, touching the floor silently. The exact split second your heels touch, immediately peel your toes and the front of your feet up toward your shins as high as humanly possible, locking the muscles along the front of your shins. Hold for 2 seconds. Alternate back and forth continuously for 90 full seconds. As you pump, imagine your calf acting like a mechanical sponge, forcefully wringing out stagnant blood and pushing it past your venous valves back up to your chest. Repeat for 3 total rounds daily. Movement 2. The countertop bamboo Achilles tensor. This movement targets the thick, rigid tendons running down the back of your lower ankle, which act like a physical constriction band that bottlenecks blood flow returning from your feet. Stand completely tall and proud facing your kitchen counter, a solid table, or a flat wall. Place both of your hands flat on the surface at chest level to serve as your absolute balance security button. Step your right foot backward, about 18 to 24 inches, keeping your left foot forward. Keeping your rear right heel completely glued flat into the floor and your right leg perfectly straight, slowly bend your front left knee and shift your entire torso forward toward the counter. Move forward until you feel a deep, intense, warm, lengthening stretch, stretching all the way down your right Achilles tendon and upper calf. Once you reach that point of deep stretch, do not bounce. Hold the position in absolute stillness. Take a deep, 4-second breath in through your nose, expanding your stomach. And as you slowly exhale through pursed lips for 6 seconds, consciously imagine your tight ankle arteries softening and opening up. Hold for 30 continuous seconds per leg, complete 2 rounds per side. Unlocking this ankle bottleneck instantly lowers the hydrostatic back pressure inside your arterial grid. Movement 3. The seated femoral highway unkinker. This movement is specifically designed to address the mechanical kinking that occurs inside your hip creases from spending long hours sitting in soft recliners, which completely shuts down blood velocity through your massive femoral lines. Return to your tall, seated position at the front edge of your firm chair. Grip the metal or wooden side frames of the seat tightly with both hands to stabilize your pelvis. Keeping your posture long and your chest proud, slowly elevate your right knee upward toward the ceiling, about 4 to 6 inches clean off the ground, exactly like performing a slow-motion march. At the absolute peak of this movement, flex your foot by pulling your toes back toward your shin and hold your legs suspended in midair for 2 full seconds. Do not let your foot drop or slap back down unguided. Lower it down with immense control over a 3-second count, placing the sole flat on the floor like you are stepping onto thin ice. Immediately alternate to your left leg. Execute 10 slow, calculated marches per leg for 2 full sets. This rhythmic compression forces the massive deep lymphatic and venous collection hubs inside your groin to pop open, clearing the fluid logjam. Movement 4. The lateral wall-supported pelvic brace. This exercise activates your outer hip stabilizers, specifically the gluteus medius, which control the alignment of your pelvis and prevent your body from swaying side to side, a primary trigger that causes your heart to work overtime to stabilize your center of mass. Stand tall sideways next to a flat wall or your kitchen counter. Place your inside hand firmly onto the surface for absolute balance protection. Stand with your feet pointing straight forward, touching each other, keeping your torso perfectly upright without tilting your shoulders. Slowly sweep your outside leg out sideways to the side about 12 inches. Keep your toes pointing straight ahead. Do not let your foot twist outward. Hold this lateral suspension for 1 full second at the peak, feeling the muscles on the side of your hip firing tightly. Slowly bring the leg back inward over a 2-second count until your feet touch. Complete 12 controlled lateral sweeps on one side, then turn around to train the opposite leg. Perform 2 sets. Activating these lateral guards gives your body a rock-solid, stable foundation, drastically reducing the hidden sympathetic nervous stress that drives up your baseline heart rate. Movement 5. The seated carotid carina deep diaphragmatic release. This final movement does not target your leg muscles. Instead, it directly targets your autonomic nervous system. It stimulates the specialized neurological pressure sensors located inside your neck arteries, known as baroreceptors, commanding your brain to instantly dial down its emergency adrenaline output. Sit completely relaxed but tall in your chair. Rest your hands flat on your lap with your palms facing upward. Close your eyes down completely. Rest the tip of your tongue gently against the roof of your mouth right behind your front teeth. Slowly inhale a deep breath in through your nose over a quiet 4-second count. Do not lift your shoulders or puff out your chest. Instead, drive the air deep down into your belly, forcing your abdomen to expand outward like a balloon. Hold that deep volume of air in your lungs for a brief 2-second pause. Now, open your lips slightly and slowly exhale that breath out through your mouth like you are blowing through a tiny straw. Extend this exhale over a slow, continuous 7-second count. As you empty your lungs, feel your shoulders drop and your entire nervous system down-regulate. Complete 8 continuous, rhythmic breaths. Extending your exhale longer than your inhale activates your vagus nerve, sending an immediate chemical message down your spine to slow your heart rate and dilate your arteries. Our physical foundation is now completely secure, and our pathways are mechanically unkinked. Now, we must introduce the ultimate biological master key to flood your lower limbs with oxygen-rich blood and dissolve the sticky glycation crust from the inside out. To achieve true, long-lasting peripheral circulation after age 70, you must stop relying on random supplements and implement the Crimson Endothelial Flush Drink every single morning on an empty stomach. This unique drink combines 3 precise organic plant complexes that function as direct biochemical triggers for your vascular infrastructure. The core foundation of this master drink is pure organic beetroot extraction. Beets contain an exceptionally high concentration of inorganic dietary nitrates. The exact split second you consume this crimson fluid, the unique native bacteria residing in your saliva and digestive tract convert these nitrates directly into pure, bioavailable nitric oxide. This sudden surge of gas instantly targets the smooth muscle layer of your femoral and popliteal arteries, forcing them to effortlessly widen and expand. This removes the heavy resistance bottleneck, allowing blood to stream down into your calves and feet with maximum velocity. To multiply the power of the beetroot, we blend in fresh, raw celery juice extraction. As established in advanced vascular nutrition, celery is packed with a rare, active organic compound known as 3N-butyl phthalide, or phthalides. Phthalides act directly on your arterial walls by smoothly regulating the influx of calcium into the muscle cells, preventing unexpected spasms and keeping your leg channels soft, pliable, and flexible for hours. Simultaneously, celery delivers a massive wave of bioavailable organic potassium. This potassium acts as the premier key for your cellular sodium-potassium pumps, drawing trapped, stagnant water out of your waterlogged ankle tissues and flushing it safely out through your kidneys. The final element of our master drink is a concentrated infusion of fresh watercress and ginger blend. Watercress is officially recognized as one of the most nutrient-dense plants on Earth, loaded with specialized antioxidants that actively scrub away the sticky caramel glycation crust blinding your endothelial cells. The addition of ginger introduces gingerols, potent natural compounds that reduce systemic vascular inflammation and optimize blood viscosity, ensuring your circulation remains smooth, thin, and dynamic as it travels through the narrowest capillary beds of your toes. Drink 1 8-ounce glass of this unified crimson formula every morning to permanently protect your vascular alignment. Now, we must bridge the gap between nutrition and your actual 24-hour daily existence. Longevity and perfect blood pressure stability are quietly constructed out of safe, repeatable daily lifestyle defenses. In the fragile hours right before you wake up, typically between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., your adrenal glands release a natural, sharp surge of cortisol and adrenaline. This chemical wave is designed to slowly increase your heart rate and constrict your vessels to prepare your body to stand up. However, for a senior navigating rigid arteries and slow nerve reflexes, this morning surge can easily overshoot, driving your blood pressure into a temporary morning spike while starving the brain and limbs of smooth oxygen flow. To defend your system against this vulnerability, you must introduce the 5-second transition rule the very moment your eyes open. Step 1. The lateral awakening. When you first wake up, do not immediately sit up. Remain flat on your mattress, roll gently onto your left side, and take 3 deep, slow abdominal breaths to allow your baseline heart rate to stabilize. Step 2. The seated equalizer. Slowly push your upper body up and sit completely upright on the absolute edge of your bed frame, allowing your feet to hang down flat toward the floor. Count to 5 slowly in your mind. This 5-second pause gives the specialized pressure sensors inside your neck arteries the exact time window they need to adjust your blood vessel tension against the downward pull of gravity, completely preventing sudden dizziness, blurry vision, and morning falls. Step 3. The priming pump. While sitting on the edge of the bed during those 5 seconds, perform 10 quick rhythmic ankle pumps, peeling your heels up and your toes up. This immediately fires your second heart calf engine, driving fresh blood straight back up to your skull and down to your lower leg vessels before you stand up. While implementing these powerful natural movements and optimizing your daily nutrition will drastically improve your circulation, true medical wisdom requires you to maintain an absolute baseline of diagnostic awareness. You must completely memorize these non-negotiable emergency markers. If you ever experience any of these symptoms, stop all activity immediately and seek emergency medical evaluation right away. 1. The asymmetrical leg flush. If you notice a sudden, rapid increase in swelling that is strictly localized to just one single lower leg or bap chun, accompanied by intense, throbbing pain, deep redness, or skin that feels unusually hot to your touch, this is a classic clinical indicator of a deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a dangerous blood clot trapped inside your veins that requires immediate medical emergency intervention. 2. The ischemic chest vise. Any sudden sensation of heavy pressure, squeezing, tightness, or a crushing ache localized deep behind your breastbone, especially if that pain begins to radiate outward down your left arm or up into your jawline, accompanied by an unexpected cold sweat. 3. The neurological switch. The sudden onset of intense, room-spinning dizziness, a sudden numbness or loss of motor control, localized to one single side of your face or body, or sudden difficulty speaking. These are the definitive warning signs of an acute stroke. As a final critical physician's warning on active plant juicing and medications, because vegetables like watercress and celery are rich in bioavailable vitamin K and organic potassium, you must exercise high precision if you are currently prescribed traditional blood-thinning medications such as warfarin or Coumadin, or if you are managing advanced chronic kidney disease. Do not make sudden, drastic spikes or drops in your daily consumption of green extractions, as it can alter your clotting times or potassium balances. Maintain absolute consistency, and always consult your primary care physician to tailor your monitoring to your healthy, nutrient-dense lifestyle. Living your retirement with true dignity, supreme physical freedom, and absolute peace of mind means taking total command of your daily biological choices. By fueling your cellular pumps with clean Crimson Master extractions, keeping your lower leg engines active, and optimizing your home safety pathways, you are securing the freedom and longevity you rightfully deserve. Please take a brief moment right now to comment below with your current age, and share which room in your home you are going to audit for safety lighting or loose rugs first today. Click that like button, share this vital guide with a contemporary who is struggling with cold, heavy legs or poor circulation, and subscribe to Dr. Robert to safeguard your longevity journey. Thank you so much for watching. Keep your foundation strong daily, and I will see you in our next video.